the acting clerk. We starting with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we good touch.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I am requesting nominations for the position of board president for the 2021-2022 school year.
I would like to file a motion to nominate Michael Bunner as president of the Board of Education.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, are there any other nominations? Okay, they're closed. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Okay.
I'm abstaining.
All right.
I would have voted no.
Okay, now I'm taking nominations for board vice president for the 2021-2022 school year.
I'd like to nominate Matthias Donnelly to be vice president.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Jeez.
I tried to delay that a little.
Any other nominations? No? All in favor?
Aye.
I guess I abstained too.
Okay. Yes. Okay, now I'm taking nominations for audit committee chairperson for the 2021-2022 school year.
I'd like to nominate Joanna Crowley.
A second?
A second.
Any other nominations? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed?
I must abstain.
Abstain. Okay, you're all set. You just have your sign.
Sure.
Yeah, well.
Good.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, so we're on to 2.4, organizational consent business.
We need to do 2.2.
What?
Motion to accept following nominations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. 2.2, motion to accept following nominations. Interim treasurer, July 1st through 6th, 2021, Marion Chrisman. Treasurer, July 6th through June 30th, 2022, Paul Irish. District clerk, Judy Dunkel. School physician, Dr. Robert Nielsen. Tax collector, Barbara Lipitsky. School attorney, Gervin Filazzo. Bond counsel, Bartlett, Ponnet, Stewart, and Rhodes, PC. Internal claims auditor, Erica LeBaron. And independent auditing firm, Beecher and Bethel.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried.
2.4, motion to approve the consent items as presented.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
And that's all we got here. So I'd like to file a motion to adjourn the 2021-2022 organizational meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All right, organizational meeting is adjourned. We'll call the regular meeting to order. Do we have any public comments? No. Okay. We're on to 3.1, graduation recap.
Good evening, everyone. So first, as everyone knows, 2 years ago, we removed what was traditionally the graduation awards out of graduation and made them their own senior awards night. So we did that again this year under light of all of the regulations and guidelines that we were going to have graduation under. We held it June 17th. We did it in person. We had about 177 people in attendance that night in the auditorium, which was great. We had 59 seniors win awards that night. Each were allowed to bring 2 parents with them. We also live streamed it and had 170 views. to that awards night, which is great. It's another way that we can continue to push out the things we do to our community members that can't be with us. So 59 seniors received awards. So those awards come from various donations, Dollars for Scholars, alumni, community members, and other outside organizations. We presented 179 awards that night. Money from local awards, and what we consider local awards is Dollars for Scholars, alumni, and teachers, was about $32,000 that was awarded, for a grand total that night with Dollars for Scholars, some outside organizations, and matching grants was $56,265. So that was awarded to 59 seniors on that night, a little more than half of our senior class, which is always great to be able to do. And then for graduation. So for the second year in a row, we were able to have graduation on campus. We've received a ton of positive feedback last year and this year, bringing that back from the city center and having it as a capstone event on campus. The stage was an add-on this year, along with the way we entered. Last year, we entered through the side to the bleachers. With all the regulations we had with COVID last year. This year, we felt a lot more comfortable and safer having the students progress right through all the families, which I think we made a great photo op for a lot of families, and it got them closer to the graduates as well. The stage was a great add-on. We had a small stage last year, but this time it was up about 4 feet. It was bigger. We could see the graduates when they were receiving their diplomas, so it was a nice add-on. So we had 113 graduates. We had a little less than 1,000 people in total at graduation, when you include the graduates, faculty, staff, Board of Ed, and then the pods of 6 that each of our students received. So a little less than 1,000. Our total number when we were at the city center, we had seating for about 1,200, not including the graduates. So if we look to continue to do it on campus, which I think everybody is kind of in agreement to do, to meet the capacity of what we had at the city center, we either need to open up the visitor bleacher or maybe add some additional seating behind where the pods are. I think the pod idea is great. It really secures good seating for all family members, and it's not just a rush as the city center. As soon as we used to open the doors, it was like Armageddon for families to come in and find seats. So I think the pods work really well. We live that as well on YouTube, thanks to Joe Calderon, Jason, Aaron, and Taryn for setting that up. We had a little over 1,200 views as of this morning of graduation. So I'm not sure how many live watched it. We can't pull that data, but as of today, 1,200 people have accessed it and watched it. We were at 90 minutes, which is usually where we were at with our normal graduation if you didn't count the awards. The awards part took about 45 to 55 minutes when we had that in part of graduation. So taking that piece out, it left us at about 90 minutes of graduation, which I think is an ideal time that you want to be in. You can never really guess what the weather's going to be. We've lucked out with 2 beautiful days when we've done it on campus. From our seniors, we had 28 receive their CTE endorsement, 12 in Mastery in Science, 14 in Mastery in Math and Science, and 29 with an Advanced Regents Diploma. We sent out our grad package today to all of our seniors, and Taryn's pushing it out to family members. So that includes photos that Taryn took and her husband took that night, plus photos that Ruth Ann Theovars were able to take for us, and she took one of every single senior with their diploma, and so that's free downloads for family members. So it's a great add-on that we've had over the last 2 years to be able to provide them with that really nice snapshot, a nice background, close up with their senior and their diploma. Any changes, if any, moving forward with graduation? I think there's 2. One, I think Ryan has volunteered to do the welcoming, to take that off of me, so I don't have to worry about the first couple sentences of the night. And then the second is really my thing is student seating. I do feel the students are a little pulled back from everything sitting in the bleachers. It does make a really nice visual as a backdrop, but I do feel they're pulled back. It's great that we can see them all. When you're at the city center, you can only see the front row. Now we can see all the seniors. But I want to kind of figure a way to be able to still do that and feel like they're more incorporated into everything. Not behind the stage, behind a fence railing, and up in the bleachers. But other than that, we've received nothing but positive feedback from everyone. So thank you.
James, I just want to say thank you for the great job that you did, and really that everyone that was involved in putting that ceremony together did. Jordan, Sarah, Janine, really everybody, which is wonderful. Just thank you for everything.
It's a great example of a team effort when you take our main office staff and some of our support staff and the little things with taping down the student names up in the bleachers to all the pod names to the programs to the balloons to everything. It really takes us about 6 to 8 hours to kind of orchestrate all that stuff. Joe Calderon spent the whole day here setting up his equipment. So it's great. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great capstone event for our seniors. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, on to board action.
Okay, motion to approve the consent items as presented in items 4.2 through 4.4.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5.1, whereas the Board of Education has determined it appropriate on June 17, 2019 to establish a sub-fund within the Retirement Contribution Reserve Fund pursuant to Section 6-R of the General Municipal Law. Now therefore pursuant to Section 6-R of the General Municipal Law, the Board of Education School District hereby resolves to transfer $220,385 equal to 2% of TRS contractual salaries from unused 2020 to 2021 general fund monies into the TRS subfund.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5.2, motion to accept the following resolution. Whereas the board, for reasons of economy and efficiency, has determined that it is appropriate to create one special education position.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5.3, motion to appoint Sarah McShane as an educational aide for the ESY program.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5.4, motion to accept the following resignations. Erica Morris, educational aide, effective June 28th, 2021. Michelle Jacobs, monitor, effective June 30th, 2021. And Nicole Hastings, 3-hour school lunch cashier and 4 after-school aide, effective June 30th, 2021.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5, motion to appoint the following resolution. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the board hereby appoints the following in the non-competitive class of the civil service at a salary according to the CSEA Local 1000 AFS CME AFL-CIO agreement effective June 1st, 2021. Michelle Jacobs as a 3-hour cafeteria worker, Nicole Hastings as a 6-hour cafeteria worker, and Stacy Sanders increased cafeteria work from 3 hours to 5.5 hours.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5.6, motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the board hereby appoints Jeffrey Piper as a provisional district athletic trainer in the competitive class of the civil service until the next civil service examination is administered and the eligible list is received by the district effective August 15th, 2021.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
5.7, motion to accept the following resolution in accordance with the agreement between the superintendent of schools and the Scottsville Teachers Association. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Scottsville Central School District hereby accepts the recommendation of the superintendent to appoint Jillian Martin to a 4-year probationary appointment at Step 2 MA in the special education tenure area commencing September 7th, 2021 and ending September 6th, 2025. Contingent upon achievement of effective or highly effective APPR rating necessary to receive tenure throughout her probationary period, consistent with the requirements of Educational Law Sections 3012, 3012C, and/or 3012D. Ms. Martin holds an initial certificate in SWD B-2, SWD 1-6, and Childhood Education 1 through 6.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Thank you.
5.8, motion to appoint Dan Van Cott as modified cross-country for the 2021-2022 school year.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
All right, hang with me on this one. 5.9, whereas the Board of Education of the Scottsville Central School District, its students, faculty and staff, administration, parents, and community have worked diligently to manage the COVID-19 virus during the 2020-2021 school year by following all health and safety requirements from the New York State Department of Health and by extension the Center of Disease Control. All educational requirements for the New York State Education Department, all advisories from Saratoga County Department of Public Health, and all legal and medical opinions from our district counsel and physician, respectively, regarding the management of the virus. And whereas the district demonstrated the ability, time and time again, that it would respond quickly to any identified positive case while keeping students and staff safe from further spread of virus. And whereas the positivity rate for the virus is consistently below, if not well below 1% in both the capital region and in Saratoga County. And whereas the CDC community rate of transmission risk classification for Saratoga County has hovered between low and moderate, with an increasing number of surrounding counties being classified as at low risk. And whereas, with few exceptions, our school classrooms and our school buses are not air conditioned. And whereas the guidelines from the New York State DOH for summer camps, which may be run in the same school buildings as academic programs, do not require students to wear masks or follow the other restrictions as detailed in the interim guidance for in-person instruction at pre-K to grade 12 schools during the COVID-19 public health emergency. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Skyville Central School District respectfully requests that the governor act immediately, or in the absence of action by the governor, that the New York State Legislature agree to meet in special session to act immediately to align the academic program health and safety rules with the summer camp health and safety rules so that students, faculty, and staff and schools may host either or both programs while minimizing confusion, not maintain confusion, but minimize confusion from parents, students, and our communities, and maximizing the learning of our students. The board further respectfully requests that guidance for the fall 2021 semester be released as soon as possible so that proper planning may take place to prepare our students, families, faculty, and staff, communities for what they can expect in our reopening.
Second.
You don't want to read it again.
No.
That was good. Come on.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
All right, 510, this is a roll call, so I'll read it and then we'll do roll call. Whereas at a meeting of the Board of Education on July 1st, 2021, the board adopted a resolution regarding the emergency repairs to the district's fuel tank and filling station, the fuel tank project. And whereas the Board of Education declared the fuel tank project and the associated replacement and construction of the fuel tank and filling station as constituting an emergency project. And whereas the Board of Education authorized money from the district's exiting fund balance not to exceed $200,000 to be used to pay for the emergency repairs and reconstruction. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby declares: 1, the board reaffirms and reapproves the resolution regarding emergency repairs to the fuel tank and filling station from the board's meeting on July 1st, 2021. 2, the expenses associated with the fuel tank project and the budgetary appropriation from the district's existing fund balance not to exceed $200,000 be used to pay for the emergency repairs and reconstruction under the fuel tank project as an ordinary and contingent budget expense. The question of the adoption of the foregoing resolution was duly put to roll call vote, which we'll do right now.
Aye.
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 Kate?
Aye.
Thank you.
And lastly, 511, motion to appoint the following 7 through 12 summer school personnel: Natalie O'Brien, Special Education; Jim Claus, Math; Sarah Deniker, Science; Amy Steele Whitney, English; Tyler Green, Math; Pat Toomey, Social Studies; Nicole Eckert, English; Darcy, Pietro Paolo, Science; Andrea Dombrowski, Special Education; and Ivy Rechack for Science.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Okay, public comment? Okay. Hearing none, I just wanted to welcome, we have a few new employees here. So Christine, welcome. We have, Maddie, right?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, good memory.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
All right. So we need a motion.
Yep. Okay, motion to enter executive session to discuss the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll enter executive session.
Yeah.
Man, nice work.
Thank you. I told you. Great.